How goes the day, boy?
The moon is down, I've not heard the clock.
And she goes in at 12?
I take this later, sir.
Hold, take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are held. Take thee that too. A heavy summon lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers. Restrain the cursed thoughts that lie in nature. Gives way to in repose. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir, not yet at rest? The king's abed. He has been an unusual pleasure. He has sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal, by the name of the most kind hostess, shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our woe became the servants of defect, which else shall free have wrought.
All is well. Last night I dreamed of the three great sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure, sir.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none. When seeking to augment it, but keep my bosom franchise and my license clear. I shall be counsel.
Good repose the while.
Thanks to like you, sir.
Go bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed! Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not a fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet, as form is palpable, at this which now I draw. Thou marshalest me the way that I was going. At such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes were made the fools of the other senses, or else were all the rest. I see thee still. Thy bleed in dungeon, gouts of blood which was not so before. There's no such thing, it is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now over the one half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtain's sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with tranquil's ravishing strides toward his design, was like a ghost, thou sure and firm set earth. Hear now my steps, which way they walk for fear. Thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take a present to horror from the time, which now suits with it. And whilst I thread he lives, words of the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done, the bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Had made them drunk, had made me bold, had quenched them, had given me fire. Hark! Peace! It was the owl that shrieked the fatal bell, which gives them the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surf-fighted grooms do mock their charge with the snores. I have drugged their posits that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What? Ho!
Alack! I'm afraid they have awakened, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! I laid their daggers ready. He could not have missed them had he not resembled my father as he said I had done them. My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did thou not speak?
When?
Now?
As I descended?
I?
Hark! Who was in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
Oh, this is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh and sleep, and one cried murder. That they did wake each other, I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen. The other, as they had seen me with these amen's hands, listening their fear, I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could not I pronounce amen? I was in most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought. After these we sow, it'll make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sweep no more. Macbeth does sweep no more. The innocent sweep, sweep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The tent of each day's light, sore labor's bath, balm of hurt, minds, great nature, second course, chief nourisher of the life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still I cried, sleep no more, to all the house of Glamis had murdered, and therefore Cotter shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy thing, you unbend your noble strength to think so frantically of things? Go get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why do you bring these daggers from the place they must lie there? Go, carry them and smear the sleeping grooms
think what I have done. Look once again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose, give me thy dagger! The sleeping of the debtor, but his picture says that I am childhood that fears the painted devil! If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms without, for it must seem their fault!
Whence is that knocking? When is 't with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are there? Ha! They pork out mine eyes. Without the great Neptune's ocean, wash these woods clean from my hand. No, this is my queen, rather the multitudinous seas of Encardine, making the green ones red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chambers. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy had left you unattended. Hark! More knocking! Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call on us and show us to be watchers. Be not so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deeds, were best not know myself. Wake Dungan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst. And
action!
afraid of my whereabouts, and take a person to horror from the time which now suits with it, whilst I threat he lives. Words to the heat of deed, bread gives. I miss too cold.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's abed. He had to you has swords. Oh.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish
Hold
thought
up,
to
wait,
say.
wait, wait. Lights.
Yay.
Lights, camera,
Foolish
action.
thoughts say sorry. Action!
And that's the story of how we got a new couch.